Hi guys, my name is Amber. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about my May wrap up, and so starting off with that, at the very beginning I finished House of Earth and Blood. I gave this book 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it, but I did have a hard time at the beginning getting into all the world building, all the different characters. It was definitely one of the harder one of SJMs for me to kind of understand. I ended up taking a break from this book for like 2 months, and then I picked it back up. But by the end of it, the last like 200 pages, I was super invested, super interested. I loved the story by the end of it. And I want to get to the next one, but I didn't really care for Rune's character in this one. So knowing that the next one is more about him, it kind of keeps me from jumping right into it. But this one was very good. 4.5 stars. The next one that I read was The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. I gave 4 stars to this one. I enjoyed it, but halfway through it, it wasn't even halfway. It was like from the 30% mark to I think about the 65% mark. I was in a huge slump with this book. I really didn't want to read it. The only thing that was getting me through it was finding out what was going to happen at the end. I just felt like the plot was very slow. It felt like there were a lot of fillers that didn't really add to the story, and a lot of things that seemed to me like they were being said repeatedly. And so I did have a hard time getting through it. Overall, I enjoyed the story, and I do still love Aurea and Rain. So that's what kept me giving it a 4-star. And I love the series as a whole. I think the series as a whole is very good, very well written. The last book just felt like it could have been shortened to me, so that's what made me give it 4 stars. The next book that I ended up reading was Belladonna, and I gave this book 4 stars also. I liked the story to this one. You get the main character, Signa, who cannot die, but she is followed by death throughout her whole life, and all of her family members, she's getting passed around as an orphan. They all keep mysteriously dying, and then she gets to her final family member who is going to be taking care of her until she turns of age to collect the money from her parents passing. But with this family, the mother had died of an illness and the daughter also has it. So she is trying to uncover what happened to the mother, and to do so she has to team up with Death himself. So this one was a really good story. I really enjoyed it. I liked the plot and I liked the romance that was in it, but to me it felt like they didn't really flow together well. Just felt like something was missing in this book, so that's why that got 4 stars. The final book of the month that I read was Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, and this book, let me tell you, is pure perfection. I gave this book 5 stars. I'm still in the book hangover stage. I don't know what I'm going to do until November 7th when the next book comes out. This book is now tied as my all-time favorite book with A Court of Mist and Fury. I love this book. You're following the main character, Violet. She has grown up at the war college where her mom is the general there, and there's different quadrants that you can enter. She was supposed to enter the scribe quadrant, but the commanding general forces her to enter the riders quadrant, and she is smaller than everybody else. She's weaker. She was not made to be in the riders quadrant. She has quite a few people who want to kill her throughout it, and it is known that dragons don't bond with fragile humans. With this, you have Xaden Ryerson. He is one of the wing leaders. He's one of the most powerful riders. He has a problem with her mom, and just her being her mom's daughter is reason enough for him to want to kill her. And once you get into the riders quadrant, it's either you graduate or you die. So this book has enemies to lovers, slow burn, love triangle. The fight scenes are very good. So this book was very good. I absolutely loved it. The plot twists in it, I did not see coming. Perfection. Highly recommend, if you have not read this, to pick this up because it is phenomenal. Okay, so for the next part of this video, we're going to be doing the June TBR. I am in the middle of reading Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. But next I'll be reading Beach Read by Emily Henry. Those two are for my reading summer romance for a week. After Beach Read, I want to go into House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. I just got this one today. But then after that, I want to pick 2 to 3 more books on top of those. So I wrote down all of my physical TBR that I have. If I have multiple of the books, I just wrote down the first one in the series. And then there are 3 at the end that are on my Kindle. 2 of them are ones that I've already started, but I kind of need that extra push to finish them. And then the last one is one that I bought on my Kindle and just haven't started it yet. So we have 47 books. So I'll screen record this and put it up here. So we got 15. Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey, which I'm looking forward to that because I like that I'm keeping on the summer romance and getting to those soon. So after Hook, Line, and Sinker, we'll do 30 is the Foxglove King by Hannah Witten. And I don't know if I'll get through all these this month, but just for the sake of it, if I do, we'll do one more. And it's 8. Number 8 is Kingdoms of Shadow and Ash by H.R. Moore. So I think that's a pretty good TBR. But so that means that for June's TBR, we have Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune, which I am over halfway done with. Beach Reads by Emily Henry is next. Then we have House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. We have Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. The Foxglove King by Hannah Witten. And Kingdom of Shadow and Ash by H.R. Moore. I am pretty happy with that stack. That is all that I have for today. Let me know down in the comments if you have read any of the books that I finished up last month, what your thoughts were on them, spoiler free of course, and then also if you've read any of these books that I have for my TBR for June. Let me know what your thoughts were on those ones also. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next one.